You've climbed the corporate ladder, led teams, and delivered results. But deep down, you know that you are meant for more. But the real question is, how do you take your years of experience and turn it into a thriving business? I've been exactly where you are, and today I'm sharing my journey from digital director to CEO and how you can do it too. Hey friends, if you're new here, I am Brianca Kirkman. I am a personal branding and marketing strategist, and I help professionals just like you transform your corporate expertise into a profitable personal brand that runs and generates sales 24/7. Subscribe to my channel for weekly videos on how to build an authentic, market dominating personal brand so you can go from hidden gem to in demand expert. I didn't always want to be an entrepreneur. In fact, I really wanted to climb the corporate ladder and ultimately become the chief marketing officer for Target. I had no idea that I would end up here, but let me take you back to where it all started. In 2011, I was a college student trying to figure out my life when I took a marketing class that changed everything. To be honest, I had no idea what it was that I wanted to do at the time. I'd gotten a full ride to the University of Missouri St. Louis, and I signed up to get a degree in business administration and marketing because all of the successful women that I knew at that time in my life had degrees in marketing. So I just felt like it would be the right path for me to go on if I wanted to end up successfully, right? So I got this degree in business administration and marketing, and part of my prerequisite was that I had to sign up for a social media marketing class. In this class, I had to do a class project. And our project was that we had to use the strategies that we learned over the semester to help a business using social media marketing and advertising. I remember it like it was yesterday. I actually got an internship to work with a lady who owned an online boutique, and I used what I had been learning. So we set up Facebook ads back when they were like really at the beginning. We set her up a business page. We did all these different things, and her sales increased. And I was so amazed. I thought it was so cool that I was able to use just the right messaging and the right photos and the right graphics to get people to take action. I couldn't imagine a world where I would be able to do this full time, but I was super interested in it. So I decided to take those skills and start a little side hustle. I would work with other small businesses in my area. I would work with political campaigns. I would do all these things. And eventually, what it led to was I was able to help these businesses grow, but then I also helped a state senator in Missouri get elected from using some of the strategies that I helped to deploy during his campaign. So I had no idea that these early projects would light a fire in me, but I was very interested in the work that I was doing, and I love to be able to see the impact. I love seeing that marketing wasn't just about selling or making money, but it was about reaching more people, getting them the resources or the information or the products that they needed. In 2018, I graduated with my master's in marketing and advertising communications, and I knew that I wanted to move out of St. Louis. So I packed up my apartment and I moved home with my mom, where I said I would never go back to. I went through this major crazy depression, just not really knowing what it was that I was supposed to do, but knowing that I had been called to move and to leave and just trying to figure out, okay, what does this all mean? I applied to over 1,000 jobs, like trying to move to Dallas because that's where I thought that I was supposed to go. I didn't get any of these jobs. And one of the cities that was on the list of places that I would never move was Atlanta. And so I remember telling my mom that depressed and I was sad because I really wanted to move. I knew that I was supposed to be moving, but I didn't understand like why I wasn't getting these jobs. And my mom told me to reach out on Facebook and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a job. This is what I want to do. Is there anyone who could help me?" And I ended up having a friend who reached out and she said, "Hey, I know someone who's looking for a digital director. I think that you would be a good fit. Would you be willing to apply?" And so I did. And I got this job and I moved across the country in 11 days to a city I had never been to. I had no friends, I had no family, I knew nothing about it, But here I was, less than 2 weeks later, working as a digital director for the Democratic Party of Georgia in the campaign to elect Stacey Abrams as governor. And it was the most rewarding and fulfilling and stressful time of my life. I loved the work that I was doing, but I worked all the time. And so I had a really hard time with that balance. Like, that was really challenging for me. When the campaign was over, I decided to continue on. So I went and I worked as a digital director for other campaigns. I worked as a digital director for multiple nonprofits in small businesses and things like that. Like, I've always worked in advocacy work, either in politics or for nonprofits or for organizations that were doing good for people who look like me. And so fast forward to 2020, I am wrapping up working in these nonprofits, working in these campaigns, and I'm feeling a little burnt out. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. And one of the things that I reflected on during this time period was that I had met so many brilliant entrepreneurs, like people who were exceptional at what they did. They were really committed to their communities or to the people that they serve, but they weren't getting the impact or the recognition that they desired because they didn't have a good marketing strategy in place. And so I took that arm up and was like, I think that I could help them. And so in 2020, in the middle of a global pandemic, I quit my job and I launched my company. At the time, it was called TPJ Digital Consulting. And I launched it thinking that it would be a marketing agency. I ended up serving so many nonprofits, so many people, small business owners who had companies. And one of the common threads that ended up coming out of that was that who I was most drawn to were women entrepreneurs who had started their business. And so I was really connected to them and I wanted to serve them more. And so in 2021, I launched my group coaching program, Clarity to Coins. Before I go on, I just want to know, have you ever felt like your skills and expertise should be leading to more opportunities, but you're not sure how to position yourself? Let me know in the comments. I know that's something that a lot of us struggle with. And so if that's you, don't hide, don't be scared. Just let me know in the comments. So, like I was saying, in 2021, I launched Clarity to Coins, a coaching and mentorship program designed to help professional women package their expertise into profitable personal brands, launch their premium coaching or consultant offer, and build a 24/7 sales and marketing machine so that way their business could continue to grow without feeling like they had to sacrifice their family or relationships in order to make it happen. That was something that was super important to me because I felt like I had never really been around women who had elite careers or super successful businesses and also had healthy marriages, healthy homes, beautiful children. And I really wanted both. I wanted to be at the intersection of both. And I wanted to serve women who also wanted both and wanted to be at the intersection of both of these two very important goals of mine. Honestly, it was not easy transitioning into full-time entrepreneurship, but having a framework and a system in place was a game changer. I think that one of the things that kind of gave me a cutting edge was that I had a deep understanding of marketing and automations, how to serve people, how to grow, how to get in front of my ideal clients, and those things really made the transition easier, although it still was definitely challenging. I've been able to serve hundreds of professional women, help execute over $500,000 in first time launches. I've worked with students nationwide, helping them launch personal brands that elevate their career. And I've even worked with organizations who need support with their personal branding or their marketing strategy. I talk more about my story in this video, but overall, here's what I learned and what I want you to take away from this video. Number one, clarity is key. If you don't know exactly what you offer and who you serve, your audience won't either. So if you're having a hard time getting in front of the people that you want to serve, you should ask yourself, do they know who I am? Do they know what my expertise is? Do they know what it is that I do and how I can serve them? And if you don't have the answers to these questions or they don't have the answers to these questions, it could be a gap that is preventing you from making the money and having the impact that you want to have. Number two, marketing is not optional. You must position yourself as the expert. Otherwise, people won't know to hire you. Instead of hoping that people will find you, I want you to start positioning yourself by sharing insights and expertise publicly. What content can you create? What questions can you answer? Talk about past wins and case studies. You can leverage your corporate results in your personal brand. You just want to be strategic about how you're bridging the connection between this is what I did in corporate, so this is how I can help you. Own your authority and stop playing small. Do not think that just because you are new to entrepreneurship, that you are new to what it is that you do and the work that you do, the impact that you have, the results that you deliver. I want you to start talking about those things and talking about them confidently. Number 4, you don't have to do it alone. Success comes faster when you have a strategy, a community, and the right support system. In Clarity to Coins, I provide a proven system to build a profitable personal brand, launch your premium or coaching or consultant offer, and create a 24/7 sales and marketing machine so you can go from hidden gem to in-demand expert and grow your business without burnout or overwhelm. Take the first step to transform your expertise into a profitable personal brand by downloading my free guide and custom GPT, Make Them Remember You. It'll help you create a message that sticks in mere minutes. Last thing, drop a rocket in the comments if you're ready to take your expertise to the next level. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video for more tips on building a personal brand that gets you noticed and paid. See you in the next video. Bye.